and this is Advanced Sports Talk. All right, so this weekend we got UFC 273, Volkanowski versus the Korean Zombie. No, that's really what his name is on the card. Oh man, but in any case, all right, so we got three really good fights on this card. We got Alexander Volkanowski versus the Korean Zombie, as I've just mentioned. The highly anticipated rematch between Aljamain Sterling and Petr Yan, and Gilbert Burns versus Hamzat Chimaev, who has been on a wrecking streak. He's been on a warpath in the welterweight division. So, now, I think I heard Joe Rogan say that he has more victories than he's been hit. I think he's only been hit twice, but he's four in a row in the UFC. But hey, now he's got to step up in competition, because I think they said Burns is currently ranked number 2 in the welterweight division, but we'll see. Because once you aside from Kobe, but Kobe had just lost to he beat Masvidal, so he's up there. So, but he also lost to Usman, so he's got to give somebody else a shot. But yeah, with if Chimaev beats Burns, then that's gonna make some problems in the welterweight division, because I think next up would have to be Kobe, and yeah. I don't know. I got Chimaev winning, but there might be a little bit of hype involved with that. But I don't got him coming out unscathed. This is gonna be a battle. Oh, hold up. Let me get my. Yeah, I don't know, man. This dude is scary. But I don't got him coming out completely unscathed. So yeah, I think he might get touched a lot in this fight. All right, so next, this is probably the one that I'm going to talk about a lot, because I was actually invested in this last fight. But we got Aljamain Sterling versus Petr Yan 2. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate with this fight, because Petr Yan dominated the last fight. When Aljamain came out, he was energetic, he was bouncing all over the place. But what happens when you exert all of that energy and you don't do nothing with it? Yeah, he by round 3 he was tired, sucking wind. So what happened was, he was successfully able to keep Yan on his back foot. But once Yan figured him out, Yan started hitting back, and when he hit back, he got hurt. he swept Aljamain twice in the first round. He fell on his he fell on his back and everything. So, but the one thing about Aljamain is that he never turned down the energy. If he kept his striking up and kept it a little bit more controlled, and not just put all his energy out there, Yan couldn't do nothing with it. So he successfully pressed Yan, but it didn't. It couldn't do nothing with it. but Jan would gift wrap the fight for him in the fourth round, late in the fourth round actually, because by then, at this point in time, it's already established that Aljamain is losing the fight. I think one judge had him winning on one card. So on their card, one judge had Aljamain winning. I think he won like a round that he wasn't supposed to win or something like that. I can't remember. I got to go back and watch it. But yeah, so basically he was losing the fight, and when they went back to do the Aljamain ended up going to the ground. The ref was like grounded, and his corner and Jan's corner was yelling at him in Russian. So I'm assuming he said throw the knee, throw the knee, throw the knee, and he kneed the fuck out of he kneed the shit out of Aljamain. So yeah, when he kneed him, it was like that concussed him, and after a few minutes of checking Aljamain out and tried to stand up a few times, couldn't stand up, and he ended up calling the fight. So when they called the fight, that unfortunately, this isn't the WWE, and titles do change hands on a disqualification. Now, Aljamain did what some would consider acting. He was being dramatic, and he said, I don't want the belt. I don't want to win that way. He took the belt off, and he kind of just dropped it on the ground, like basically, storyline wise, not recognizing himself as the champion. Like saying I will only recognize myself as the champion if I finish the fight or if I have a true battle. And yeah, later on, he was seen drinking and partying and whatnot. And yeah, like I said before in the last video that I did about this, yeah, it's a bad look. But you probably shouldn't have thrown an illegal knee. But that's okay, because now we're back here 1 year later, or I think just under a year later. No, a little bit over a year later. But screw it. That happened last year. So here we are 1 year later, and we're gonna see. This is the redemption. We about to see. So Petr Yan has a chance to fix his mistake. Aljamain has a chance to prove that he is the bantamweight champion. So I just hope that he watched a ton of film from that last fight and he learned from his previous game plan. He can't come out with that bouncing all over the fucking place like a Super Bowl. Like if he wasn't bouncing all over the place like a Super Bowl, then the fight might have been a little bit more even. If any shit, I'll even go out there on a limb and say that Yan, there was nothing Yan could do, because Aljamain was getting some shots in. It's just that wasted energy. So the thing is, the difference between the two was that Yan didn't get tired. Yan was more patient throughout as the rounds went on, and and eventually he was able to take advantage of Aljamain's fatigue. But despite the fatigue, Aljamain still had the heart to push forward. But problem is that if you push forward with your face, your chances are you're probably gonna get hit in it. So in any case, all right. So that's that with that fight. If I had to pick somebody, I'm gonna do something I probably shouldn't do. All right, I'm gonna assume that Aljamain completely changed his camp up to not do the same shit that he did in the last fight. So I don't know, I'm pulling for Aljamain in this fight. Now, the main event, Alexander Volkanowski versus the Korean Zombie. If it's one thing that I always hear when it comes to the Korean Zombie is the word tough. Tough is always synonymous with him. I think they said he won a fight, or he powered through a fight on a dislocated shoulder, or like, oh man, like that's crazy. But like, hey, that's what zombies do. They don't feel pain, so like, can he take the punishment? But I don't know. I got Volkanovski in this fight. Yeah. But in any case, all right, so that was my little preview for UFC 273. Normally I try to kind of compact that in with the press conference, but obviously they didn't have a press conference. Either that or they didn't put it up on YouTube for me to react to it. So, all right, got a little bit of a preview going. So, my name is Advance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe on everything. I'm out.